Does this just make sense for the president to be veering his attention away from a very contentious stimulus package into perhaps something that's more of a sure bet for him, the Supreme Court nomination?
Well, that's what he seems to be saying, Sherry, that he should be focusing on this, and he clearly wants to try to sort of punish Democrats by saying we're not going to do this until after the election. Actually, he said in his statement, his tweet, immediately after I win, we'll pass that. So he's trying to use this almost sort of as a reverse appeal to voters. Hey, vote for me, and then people will get stimulus. If you don't vote for me, I'm not so sure. So that, and it's very striking coming, as you say, just hours after the Fed chair made a call for greater spending, saying we really need the spending or the economy could sustain long-lasting damage. There has been debate between, obviously, both the Republicans and the Democrats on the sides of that package, but they had been making some progress and working on a bill, trying to iron out some of these differences. President Trump particularly disparaged Democrats' demands for almost $1 trillion in assistance to state and local authorities. He called it a handout to poorly run Democratic-led states. And he said that Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, was not negotiating in good faith.
And Jody, in the meantime, the president is back at the White House, but the cluster there continues to grow with another senior aide testing positive. What's the latest that we have, and what are we hearing about the implications for the next presidential debate?
Yeah, so there are more cases in the White House. Just recently, in the last few hours, we've heard that Stephen Miller, a senior advisor to the president, a key person in the White House, has tested positive for the coronavirus, along with one of President Trump's valets and a military aide. So we're seeing, this really spread through the White House, and a number of new more people testing positive. They are not working there. The president himself has said he wants to get back to work. There is some concern that he may try to end his home isolation, in the part of the White House that's the residence. And may try to go back to the Oval Office. He said he wants to return to the Oval Office, and this is less than 24 hours after he was released from his hospital stay. He said he's feeling well. His physician is saying he has no symptoms. So we'll see what happens there. But of course, physicians do, want the advice of medical experts is to have that full 2 weeks of isolation, not just a few days, especially after hospital stay. In terms of the debate, the president has said he wants to debate. Joe Biden is saying he's not so sure that's a great idea. So we'll have to see what happens there. But that debate is scheduled, the next debate between the presidential candidates is scheduled for October 15th. So we still have a little bit of time before then. But there is some concern, certainly on the Biden camp, about whether they should go forward with that.